Hey folks, it's Russ. Today is Saturday, January 24th, 2026. I hope you're having a great day. In this video, we're going to talk about why everyone is rushing to buy silver now. But before I get started, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I've been involved in the work from home space for 20 years, full-time since 2018, and I enjoy helping others generate mailbox money using social media and direct mail money. And there's nothing more real than silver coming into your mailbox every single month on auto delivery, right? I mean, silver is as real mailbox money as you're ever going to get. But I wanted to talk about why everybody is rushing out to buy silver, simply because yesterday we hit a milestone. Silver broke $100 an ounce. And I know a lot of people have been sitting on the fence, at least a lot of people that I've spoken to over the last couple of months about this. They've been sitting on the fence. You know, they're I don't want to say afraid, but they're hesitant on whether or not buying silver at such a high price is worth it, especially when up until, I mean, I was buying silver last year at the beginning of 2025. It was like the spot price was in the 30s. I was paying like $40 for a piece of silver, for a 1 ounce silver coin. So I know a lot of people they get a little bit nervous maybe, or hesitant when they see, silver at the $100 level now, thinking, oh my gosh, maybe this is just a short bull run and it's going to pull back into the, I've heard people say it's going to pull back into the 50s and 60s, but I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. And I'm not a silver expert or anything like that, but I do listen to a lot of people, and I've been trying to learn as much as I possibly can about silver and precious metals. Not only because it's fun, but it's, I think everybody should learn about it, right? These are real hard assets that have real value. And the people, like I said, the people that I listened to were predicting $70 by the end of 2025. We're up in the 80s. They were predicting $100 sometime within the first quarter of 2026. We're not even finished February or January yet, and we've already broken 100. In fact, this morning it was $103.91 when I checked the current spot price of silver. So, it's going to continue to go up. It's going to continue to go up. But people now are starting to notice, and the people who have been paying attention, who haven't bought yet, they're starting to really wake up and see that this is no joke, right? Silver is going to continue to go up. And so, and I think the $100 is like a psychological level, it just sparked something in people's brains. Were like, wow, silver actually reached $100. Because back in 1974, gold was at $100 an ounce. And gold broke a record yesterday too. It cracked the 5,000 an ounce. That's a new all-time high. Both silver and gold reached new all-time highs yesterday. And with gold, I mean, yes, gold is, the king of precious metals. But really, I mean, gold is used for jewelry more than anything, right? Whereas silver is used in all kinds of industrial applications. So the demand for silver is unlike anything we've ever seen before, especially with our the military defense, and the AI data centers being built. All of our electronics need silver, electric vehicles, water purification systems, the medical industry, everything that I talk about in all my videos is driving the demand for silver through the roof. And so it's so much so that, even the refineries and mints can't keep up with these orders, So people have it's building momentum, and people are waking up to that, and then that creates a fear of missing out, FOMO. And I think that's where people are doing. They have a fear of missing out right now, because of all the, I don't want to call it hype because it's real life, but all of the attention that silver is getting right now. It's driving people to be like, wow, I really need to start paying attention to silver. And so I think, on top of that, inflation still hurts a lot of people, and people are looking for ways to protect their money, because our fiat currency is worth nothing. I mean, our dollar bill is worth nothing. It's on the verge of collapse, right? It's on the verge of collapsing. And, people realize that keeping money in a savings account at a bank is not building them wealth. Okay? It's not building them wealth. I mean, silver is up over 230% in the last year. There's nowhere else you're going to get those types of return on an investment, right? So people are waking up to that, and people are still feeling the effects of inflation here in this country, some people. So they're looking for ways to protect their purchasing power. And, that's creating more attention with silver. So people are just going crazy with this. I know some of the dealers can't, they can't keep up with orders. It's not to mean that it's not there. It's just that there's so much, it's like everybody's rushing to buy silver now to where, it's backlogging everybody. The refineries, the mints, precious metal dealers all over. And that's just what happens. There's a finite supply of silver, and that's creating havoc on the system. So it's exciting times. That's all I can say. It's exciting times. But, real silver is getting harder and harder to get because of the finite supply of it, and the demand for it is just increasing so much. And then we have, countries that aren't exporting it anymore. They're keeping it for themselves. So it's getting harder to get. It doesn't mean that it's not available. I mean, I believe that there's always going to be silver available, especially with private collectors and things like that. So there's always going to be people buying and selling and things like that. I'm not worried about silver ever not being available for people who enjoy stacking silver, but it's getting harder to get. And it's taking longer to get when you place orders. But that shouldn't stop anybody from stacking silver. I did actually look it up. I know I was saying about 3% or less than 3% of people, the population collects precious metals. It's actually about 11% from what I looked up. Okay, about 11% of people have precious metals in their investment portfolio. Now, I don't know if that's on paper, if it's all on, or a combination of paper and physical or whatnot, but about 11% of people have precious metals in their portfolio. And it's, in my opinion, to have it physical. You want physical silver in your hand so that you have access to it, you control it. It's not on paper. We're already seeing all this paper trading and which is a whole different video, but some of these big firms, they can't produce the physical silver that they sold on paper, right? It's just not there. This is kind of market manipulation in a way. But, trust is fading away as far as our dollar bill goes in our monetary system, and who knows what the future is going to bring. So it's wise to have physical silver on hand, in my opinion. It just, paper money versus real assets, right? Paper money versus real assets. Paper money backed by nothing but empty promises versus real assets that have continued to go up in time and value, that have been used for thousands of years as currency, way before paper money and fiat currency ever came about. That's why they call it God's money. It can't be recreated in a lab. It can't be printed. Every time the feds print more and more money, it just devalues our bill, the dollar bill more and more, and it hurts our purchasing power. So, silver, even though it's getting harder to get, there's plenty of it to go around for everybody still. It's affordable for everybody. Just because 1 ounce is $100+ right now, it doesn't mean that's what you have to pay. You can get fractional silver. If you can't afford a 1 ounce coin at the time, you can get fractional silver. So it really fits everybody's price budget right now. Even where silver's at $103.91 the last time I checked it for an ounce at spot price. But there's a high upside to it. There's a real demand for it. And I think all these things are the reason why people are rushing out to buy silver right now, especially the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Just imagine if you were to buy Bitcoin back in 2000 and 14 or something and look at it now. You know, silver is outpacing Bitcoin. It's the highest return on any investment right now. You know, there's nothing bringing in 200+% in a year's time in investments. Not that I know of. If you know of something, let me know. But so that's it. I don't want to keep rambling on about it. I'm super excited about silver. We're giving away a free silver bar just for checking out the company that I work with. You can go and take a look at freesilverbar.com. We'll send you a free silver bar just for looking. You pay $2.47 to have it shipped. And then that can help you jumpstart your silver stacking journey. But if you have any questions about this, reach out to me. I also have a free Facebook group at silverfreedomalliance.com. Go and check that out if you're just wanting to learn more about silver and the history of silver and, you know, ways to, you know, tips and tricks and things like that. Go check that out as well. But I'm going to end this video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day wherever you are. If you're getting hit by this storm that we're having here in the U.S., stay safe, stay warm. It's 3 degrees out here in Maine right now, and with that wind, it's about 15 below zero. It's supposed to get up to about 30 below zero with the wind chill later today. So I'm just out running a few errands, and then I'm going back home, cranking up the wood stove, and probably working on some marketing stuff. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with you. Thanks for watching.